From KTBN, this is 2 News Nevada, Morning Edition.
A new amendment approved in Sparks is meant to help police fight back against retail theft. How that works is coming up.
And deputies are warning folks to hide their valuables after seeing a large increase in vehicle burglaries last month. What to do if this happens to you is coming up.
And today, records will be within reach with highs near 80 degrees, but cooling down by the latter half of the week. On the details coming up.
Good morning, and thank you for starting your Tuesday with us. I'm Kyle Louder.
And I'm Faith Justice. So glad to be with you. Starting in Crime Beat this morning, Sparks City Council members have approved an amendment meant to help police fight retail theft.
So this amendment will add more license plate reader cameras to big intersections along Pyramid Way and Sparks Boulevard, as well as populated areas that do not have coverage. The addition comes after 25 flock safety license plate readers came to Sparks last December. The Sparks Police Department says more cameras will give them a much wider view of the cars coming in and out of the city, which they hope will help decrease retail theft.
So we're having repeat offenders, which are coming back over and over again, and also hopefully putting those images out and putting people on blast, if you will, that will provide some crime deterrence.
Chief Crawforth says the technology will allow them to find people of interest much faster. He also says once police hear about a crime and get a brief description, they can plug that information into the system and do a quick search through a recording of an area where theft occurred to find the vehicle that they're looking for. Chief Crawforth also says this technology will allow them to crack down on other crime, but the system strictly focuses on vehicles, not people. He does expect these cameras to be installed anytime within the next 3 to 6 months.
Also in Crime Beat, with some warmer weather on the way and more, police are warning people not to leave any valuables in their cars while enjoying the outdoors. Deputies say they saw a large increase in vehicle burglaries last month, specifically at trailheads and near parks. One woman we spoke with says that while hiking at Hunter Creek, she and her friends learned the hard way not to leave purses in the back seat, even with a security screen on the car.
By the time we came back, I noticed that my windows were down about a 1/4 inch all the way around, and a piece of plastic came off the lock mechanism on the front door. Thought, well, that was odd. They punched the lock, rolled the windows down, got in.
Hiking enthusiast Peggy Tabor says by the time she and her friends left the trail, the thieves already tried to charge more than $2,000 worth of merchandise at 2 Home Depot locations. Now, luckily, the cards declined. Law enforcement say that if you fall victim to a car burglary, report it to your local police agency.
All right, heads up here because the Washoe County Sheriff's Office says fake social media accounts are pretending to be employees of the law enforcement agency. The Sheriff's Office says the fake account is used by a person not employed by the office and that any statements made on that account do not represent the agency. So if you do come across or you're contacted by the account, deputies ask that you report it to the social media platform.
We hope you'll carve out some time to get outside today because it sounds like it might be the window to be outdoors.
Well, it's just going to be hot, Faith. So let's check in with meteorologist Angela Schilling now. Just how warm is it going to get?
Right. Today it's one of those days where we're kind of teetering between, oh, mild, comfortable to, oh, it's too hot.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have both today by this afternoon. But overall, I mean, it's not going to be terribly hot, but it is going to be well above average. Highs today near 80 degrees. When average is 61. So we're within record-breaking territory today. If we make it up to 81, that would be enough to tie the record, so we need 82 to break it. Regardless, it is going to be warm today with highs running around 80 degrees. This morning, though, starting off cool, 46 degrees here about now, but 57 at 10 a.m., mid-70s by 2 p.m., and we'll be well into the 70s by the time you drive home from work, with just a few extra clouds by the second half of today, but mostly clear skies this morning. There are a few wispy highlights high-level clouds back off to our west here, riding along the jet stream. And the jet stream's all the way up to our north here. It's moving through Seattle. We're south of the jet. And even up in Seattle, not really seeing any rain there, but some high-level clouds. So we have this warm bubble of air up and down the west coast, and dry air does warm up during the day. Cools off at night, though. Most of us are in the 30s and 40s here this morning and above freezing. Not a ton of wind. Winds are fairly light, anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. So quiet today, and winds will be light today as well. That changes tomorrow. Tomorrow will be breezy, but then the wind machine is going to be cranked on full blast again here by Thursday. We also have a chance for snow up in the Sierra late Thursday afternoon as well. The details coming up here in just a few minutes.
We hope you'll join us Thursday night of this week because we have a very special 30-minute 2 News Nevada investigation into Washoe County juvenile justice. It's a project I've been working on for months now, so I'm very excited for you to see it. This right here is a quick preview of our behind-the-scenes look inside Juvenile Hall. The Jan Evans Juvenile Justice Center. This is where children and teenagers come when they're caught breaking the law. After walking them through locked doors, booking questionnaires, and a search, officers will sit them in a holding cell for a few hours. Of the 3,000 Washoe County youth who interact with juvenile services every year, most are considered low-level offenders, not a public safety risk. Their parents will pick them up in a few hours, and the county will dole out a punishment to match the crime. But for a small handful of violent offenders, their stay here lasts longer. They'll sit in a jail cell as they enter the justice system. This is their first stop on what may turn into a more permanent stay in a correctional facility.
The types of kids that are detained in our juvenile detention center are here for some pretty serious reasons,
including alleged weapons offenses, assaults, even killings. Despite that, state law mandates that juvenile services focus on rehabilitation and make detention a home-like environment. The youth here attend school, do chores, and play, while a judge decides the appropriate punishment for their crime. This special, we're going to break down how youth violent offense trends have changed over the years and why entire wings of Wittenberg Hall are sitting empty right now. Join us at 10 o'clock Thursday night to see the full story.
Incredible work, Faith, really. Stay tuned for that one, everybody. All right, coming up next on 2 News Nevada, Luigi Mangione is asking for permission to use a laptop while he awaits his murder trial. What his lawyers say it's going to be used for.